Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Nicole and this video is about shooting film in Sacramento, California. If you like travel, film photography, and digital photography and lifestyle, you should definitely like and subscribe. I try to upload every single week, so if you want to see more videos, then you should hit that like button and subscribe button. So I was lucky enough to attend an old friend's wedding in Sacramento, which is why I made the trip out there with my significant other. The wedding was really beautiful. I am not going to include that in the video, obviously, for privacy reasons, but that is why I was in Sacramento, because I got quite a few questions from my friends and coworkers being like, why are you going to Sacramento? What is there to even do there? Or where is Sacramento in California? So I was in Sacramento for the weekend, so I decided to go try to take some photos and check out the city. Since the last time I was in Sacramento was on a family trip, and I was like 10 years old in 4th grade. You know, if you were in California for your elementary school years, you probably learned about the California Gold Rush. So that's also why my family took a trip out there when I was young, because of all the history and things like that. So coming as an adult is a bit different. And I still thought Sacramento was a pretty cool city. It definitely gave me some slight Midwest vibes. Like if the Midwest and NorCal had a baby, it would be Sacramento. And I don't know, I just thought it was a pretty cool city. I would definitely like to visit. But in particular, I want to visit during the fall because I did not know this prior to coming, that Sacramento actually has the leaves change colors. You know, as someone that lives in Hawaii and has lived in Southern California, where fall doesn't really exist. We don't get those 4 seasons. So seeing the fall foliage made me really like Sacramento, at least in the fall. So I hope that the next time I'm able to visit, if I am able to, that I'll be coming in the fall. So on this Sacramento portion of my trip, I took my Lomo LCA Plus and I shot some Fujifilm Super 400, which is my go-to film stock when I just want something predictable and I know how the film is going to turn out. And the reason I decided to use this was because A, it's small, and B, since it's like a toy camera, I feel like it has more of that lo-fi look, which is what I was trying to go for, since I feel like it would look nice paired with the Victorian or Craftsman, the old houses there, and plus the unexpected fall foliage. I thought, you know, the lo-fi look would look nice. So that is what I shot, and you'll definitely see the photos in the vlog. So after the very long drive the night before from SoCal to Sacramento, first thing on the agenda is to get coffee. So we got coffee at this small third wave hipster coffee cafe joint called Scorpio Coffee in Sacramento, and I highly recommend it. It is so good. Their muesli and espresso Thai, chef's kiss, so good, so delicious, highly recommend it. And I would recommend it to a point where I would go back to Sacramento and use that as one of my meals if I ever came back on a trip. So 10 out of 10, recommend. And here are the drinks, the tonic and the latte. And here was my muesli. So this blue house appears in Lady Bird. I'm not going to say where in the movie this appears, but it's pretty significant, I think, because it is such a bright blue house and I feel like it's very different. And this house is located in what's called, I guess, the Fabulous 40s neighborhood in Sacramento, which is supposed to be very historic in a way because all the houses are nice and has these tree-lined streets straight out of like what you'd think a nice classic American neighborhood would look like in the 1950s or something like that. So even if you're not interested in seeing the labor house, I highly recommend just driving around, walking around, because the neighborhood is really nice and the fall foliage definitely adds to the charm. So this is a photo of the J Street Bridge. This also appears in Lady Bird, but I know the name isn't really fancy, it's really just the letter J. But I think on film, the bridge looks really nice. I think with the toy camera and the Fujifilm Superia 400, I think it just has a nice retro look because the bridge is like really plain, basic, probably hasn't been touched since the time it was built a long time ago. So I just think this is a nice retro looking photo of the bridge. So this thrift town also appears in Lady Bird, and apparently it's the last thrift town in Sacramento. I know there's thrift towns in San Francisco that I have been to many years ago, and I do like to thrift. But I will admit, I haven't thrifted as much in the past few years because I feel like a lot of the stuff you find in thrift stores now isn't the same as it was like a long time ago. And oftentimes you find like a lot of fast fashion items that look like they're gonna fall apart. So part of me does wish thrifting was like the older golden years, I guess you'd say. But I still do enjoy thrifting occasionally because sometimes you do find that one cool item and it feels so great when you do. So this is a picture of the Tower Bridge in Sacramento, and it's kind of funny that this bridge is actually painted gold. I think it was painted gold in the 2000s, but I find it funny that it's a gold bridge, and then there's the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco, but the Golden Gate Bridge isn't even gold, it's like orange. That's just something I noticed and I thought was kind of funny. So I guess this is Sacramento's version of the Golden Gate Bridge. Yes, it's not majestic, but I still think it looks cool. And I think it does add to the little unique charm of the city. So this is a photo of Gunther's, which is a famous ice cream shop in Sacramento, and is supposedly one of the big examples of Sacramento's modernism architecture. And I'll be honest, their ice cream is totally worth it and is well deserved of the high ratings and reviews. They have these freezies, which are like which they use real fruit, and you can pair it with ice cream, and it is so good. It tastes better than a lot of the Italian ice I've had in SoCal, because I think since Gunther's use real fruit, it tastes so good. And I would imagine during the summer when Sacramento is hot, that this would be the best treat ever. So, day after wedding, got some breakfast at Graham Coffee or Graham Cafe. Really good, slight Asian influence in their cuisine. And they also had sea salt iced coffee, which I love. And I always get my fix when I'm in the mainland because for some reason Hawaii doesn't have sea salt iced coffee. So if someone in Hawaii is watching this, and is like a restaurant owner or cafe owner, you should definitely implement that in your menu. So here is my breakfast sandwich. Looks really good. And my sea salt iced coffee. So unfortunately in this photo, there was like, it's either like the lens flare or my lens got dirty, but this is supposed to be an example of mid-century modern architecture, and it's a garden center. And honestly, it looks so beautiful, I think, especially during the fall. I just think with the green grass and the fallen leaves, it's just really nice colors and very like cozy. This is the Sacramento Superior Court, and yes, I went and took photos of a courthouse while on vacation. So the reason I did take photos of this is because it is brutalism architecture, and unfortunately it has this lens flare. But I guess the lens flare's on the side, so it's not as big of a deal. But yeah, the brutalism, I just thought looked cool, and I just like architecture, so I was like, I want to go to the Superior Court and take a photo. So this is a photo of the ziggurat in Sacramento, and as you can see, it is very unusually shaped. I would joke that this is where the California government gets in contact with aliens because of the unusual shape of the building. So yeah, I wanted to just take a picture of this building because how many cities have ziggurats? I don't know. I mean, at least modern ziggurats. I feel like that's not really popular. So that's why I wanted to go here and take a photo, and I think it looks kind of cool. So that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and comment below on what your favorite part of Sacramento is, or if you were to go there, what would you do? Anyways, thanks again, and see you guys next time. Bye.